remember having this one conversation with like I'd say he was like a mentor or something, yeah. But like he was like to me, like, would you say you love yourself? And at the time, like I used to go to the gym every day. I'm like, yeah, dude, I take care of myself, you know. Yeah. He's like, but like, do you like it's easy to discipline yourself to something like gym, especially if like you're an athlete. I've always been an athlete my entire life, so committing to gym was quite easy. But now, do you commit to yourself to things that are difficult? Like, will you like, dude, will you tell yourself that, you know what, this week, like next week, I have test week coming on. This whole week, I'm not gonna watch TV.
Be your own boss, I think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. And it hit me, dude. Like, yo, dude, like we all say we love ourselves, but we're not willing to sacrifice the the luxuries we have to get where we want to go, or to get what we want in life. We'll all say, no, I'll be a multi-millionaire one day.
Yeah,
but it's like, what are you doing to get there? You think it's only gonna start once
you're 30 or something?
You know, it starts today, bro.
Yeah.
And it starts with the smallest things, simple discipline. Like if you commit yourself to waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, every day, take a jog, come back, take a cold shower, then you're done. You start whatever it is that you need to do, whether it be school, whether it be
whatever
like
it is.
with you, your podcast, you know.
Yeah.
Like, do you respect yourself enough to put yourself in positions that you know clear as day that, you know what, I do not like this, but I have to do it. It's something that has to be done.
Hey, bro, that's why I'm saying that the social battle, like literally one of the episodes that I've recorded before, I wasn't great. Like I wasn't good, but I was just like, yo, I just want to see this thing go somewhere, bro. Like, cause I want to see it through. Like, cause I've started it. I was okay, there's 2 points. One, I was chatting to one of my mates. I was like, there's this unimaginable power of starting, because episode 1 forced episode 2 to happen. Episode 2 forced 3, 4, 5, 6, and me obviously being able to call it cap and be like, okay, I'm going to do 10 episodes by the season number. So season 1, 10 episodes, season 2, 23, 34, 40. And luckily that adds up to like 100, I think. So I was just like, yo, the power of starting is just that there's this other startup I want to start. I'm already starting, I'm coding for it. And it's that type of thing, like from the first customer or client is going to force me to be like, okay, customer care, this, developing this. Going to school and getting your first good mark for yourself. You're just like, yo, if I can do this, if I can do 60, I can do 61. If I can do one, if I can do B, I can do A. If I can do A, I can do A plus type thing. So it's that type of thing, like the power of starting. And then 2 is just learning to love yourself.
Like if you can think of it, if you can think of it, you can attain it.
Yeah, it's that type of thing. But it's not easy, because like with what the second point that I'm trying to make is, it's easy to say that you love yourself, but like once you actually sit down and think about the details of what it means, because loving yourself for me now is also developing the ability to be your own best friend, and like
loving yourself is more than just a self-care.
Exactly, like it's not just tea with scones, or like you know me, like it's not just a treat. It's just also being able to be like, to make sure you're okay. Like, how do you feel? Do you like where you are in life? Are you what are you trying to do? Is this good? Like that type of thing. So
it's, like you said, it's like you'd be willing to make sacrifices for other people but yourself, bro.
Exactly.
Things that you want.
Exactly. And you're able to give the best advice. But when you're like, okay, now you have to do it, you're just like, do I?
I feel like it's meant to be that way, honestly, because like sometimes you'll you'll think of something, you're like, ish, but you're not sure. And then someone tells you the exact same thing, maybe not
Exact words,
exact,
but
you know, but like, it's that reassurance that's okay, like, you know what, actually, yeah,
I
needed to hear that, you know?
I hear you.
So, yeah, man.
But it's just, I just wonder why, as people, it's just like, because it's so easy, though. It's so easy to give you the perfect, like some of the best advice. Like, I know I've dropped gems on a lot of people. Like, I've been like, well, yeah, it's you know, in life you should 1, 2, 3. In life you should 1, 2, 3. Cause I know that there's some people that I know that I've influenced in a good way, but like, just to have the ability to influence yourself,
It's like practicing what you preach.
and and being your own, as I was saying, being your own boss, being able to be like, done. But we said we want to achieve 1, 2, 3 by taking 1, 2, 3 steps. We like my focus is never really okay. Yeah, actually, wait. Before I say that, there's this quote that I heard. It was like, the one who enjoys the walk will go further than the one who enjoys the destination. So it shifted that thing of not focusing on getting the distinction or getting the 1,000 monthly listeners, or it shifted it to what must I do here? What must I enjoy in that process before I get to there? What must I love and appreciate here? And what must I do there?
Because in the end, you'll achieve it, and it'll be like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so like,
now what?
Exactly. I don't want to hit $1 billion one day, and then I'm just like, okay, nice, I guess. Like, I want to be able to be like, yo, this is not what I was working towards this, but not just this. Like, I enjoy the grind. I enjoy the making a plan. I enjoy the this, the that. And I just want to put myself in a position to serve people. Like, I'm not about just being the average, charity sometimes. No, like, when I do something, I want to do it proper, like foundation type thing. Like, hey, 1, 2, 3, because it's like, I was speaking to this other mechatronics guy, Bolisani. He's like, why are we not able to, as like people that are going to be successful Black people, why are we not able to take a group of Black kids and bring them up, like, at one go? Because he's like, think about it. In places like this, Foslo, and other townships and other not so places that don't have such a great footing for success, it's like Black children or people that are not very that don't have a good background, they're like getting cherry picked for success. It's like, okay, you get to make it, you get to make it, you get to make it, you few people get to, but like, why are we not able to go back to our own areas and be like, okay, you group of people?
Seeing like people that grow resentment from like places where they grew up, where like, you'll get people that will be like,
I'm done.
So you know that thing, I don't know if you've seen that whole thing where people keep saying the hood is toxic. Yeah. Like, as soon as you get your opportunity to leave the hood, like,
do it.
Don't look back.
Yeah.
And it's true, bro. Like, I've been this side most of the year, and like, there's certain things that I've seen, bro, and it's like, I'm grateful that I can still see hope in like certain people. Like, the friends I have this side are driven, bro. Like, they're not like your average gassy niggas, bro. Like, I remember there was this one time we were chilling, and like, the one guy was like, so we were just having like an inside joke about like your girl getting pregnant. So he's like, hey dude, I don't want to be that dime away. Like, he's like, I want to be the type of dime away. If my child says, Daddy, I want to be a nail technician, she can practice on me.
Yeah, that's beautiful, bro.
And I was like, yo, no one like you saying this.
Imagine.
I'm like, yeah, no, So it's like they really they surprise me, bro. Like it's like if those two can have that mentality, then I'm sure there are a lot more people with such dreams and values, and we can all make a difference, bro. Like I see this place. This is my home, bro. I grew up here. Like even this sometimes works against me. But like when I go out and I like meet girls or whatever, and like they ask, "Where are you from?" I'm out there say force, out there say guys. So some of them will be like, "Oh, so you street smart type of thing," and some of them will be like,
"Child,"
you know. But yeah, that's not the point.
I feel like you have to embrace it, though. Like the ability to embrace home is actually crazy. Like you have to be able to be like and own it, because I just can't do the facade and like acting like I'm not from here. Like, dog, you know how difficult it is to maintain a lie. You like, oh shit, I said I'm from.
Yeah. And then you say something, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then they look at you funny, you're like,
dog,
why?
Just own it.
To the point where you even forgot that you lied to begin with. Then you're like, why are you looking at me funny, dog?
Didn't you say?
Let's not make sure, dog. You know?
Dog.
But like, yeah, like, hey, dude. Like, isn't those one guys, dude? It's crazy. Like, niggas that I grew up with, niggas that are younger than me, like 4 years younger than me, are having baby mamas. And it's the type of thing where like, okay, yeah, you got your girlfriend pregnant. What are you doing about it? Yeah, you keeping the child? Are you like, no? Like, it's the thing with you, like dude, it breaks my heart, bruh, because it's like they have no choice, bruh. Whereas they have so many choices, bruh. But it's a thing with you, like they're not exposed to those things, you know.
I just don't know what would actually be a legit plan to actually get a number of kids a chance to actually make it out. Like, cause for me, my child has always been like the education part of it. Like, it's not, because a lot of people misconstrued, like, how am I wording this? Like, a lot of people view education as like this set thing of like, okay, it's a book in front of you, like from like 8 a.m. until like 2 p.m. break in the middle for like 30 minutes, and then you do your whatever subject.
And for some kids,
but
that
like,
doesn't work.
Bro, education is learning. It's not books from 8 to, it's learning. So like, if we can try create a system whereby you learn the basics grade 1 to like 3, 4, 5, I don't know the details of it. That will be like your psychologist and whatever. But you get the basics footing of understanding the world as it is. Okay, colors, animals, money.
That's foundation.
That's foundation phase. That's like, and third grade 4, 5 sharp. But after that, we have to be able to recognize your skills as a child. You personally, okay, you like to sing, you like to do this, and have things that focus on that, plus maybe 1, 2, 3 subjects.
And things, dude, school is so stressful.
Exactly,
dude. Like I high school, like school, like I don't know how I feel about varsity next year, but like high school, I hated every moment of it, to the point where during my finals, I was like, fuck this, dude. I legit went into every exam without opening a book, besides my history exam.
There's no way.
I promise you. Besides my history exam and my English paper 2. Yeah. And that's solely because I love English.
Yeah.
And history, I knew it's an easy distinction, so let me just do what I need to do.
Yeah.
But everything else was just like, if this did.
You were tired.
I was not where.
Damn.
Like everyone was like, finals. Everyone was like, yo, by the time like we were left with just paper 3s, people like, yo, I'm hard for with books.
Dog.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've been hard for.
I've been, dude. And I guess, yeah, this year I sort of paid for that, where I had to
Yeah.
upgrade,
Yeah.
and I appreciated that process because I learned a lot about myself and like, kuti vele, is this something I want to do? Is this something, you know?
Mm.
So yeah, man, I feel like one thing that should be emphasized in school is like character development, bruh. Like one thing I've learned from high school is who I am, bruh.
Mm.
Yeah, like I found
It's a good space.
I found my circle. I fell in love, fell out of love.
Mm.
I've done dumb things,
Done smart things.
you know, and like I remember like having such amazing conversations with my LO teachers, and I remember like other kids would be quite like I was that guy where like if people were not in the mood to work, I'm like, I got you. I'll speak to ma'am the whole lesson, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay, bruh. And like, I don't know whether people were listening to those conversations or not, but I've had some interesting conversations, bruh. And I feel like that's what like school does not emphasize enough, bruh. Like how you feel and how you process things really matters, eh? And there are people that do not know how to, like, they don't know, okay, I feel this type of way. What do I do with that? You go to LO, you learn about self-awareness. Nobody knows what self-awareness is, bruh. I promise you. I only learned last year, bruh.
Yeah.
And I've been learning about self-awareness from grade 10,
truly.
you know?
Yeah.
And I'm only saying that because it came to a point where it was very crucial to my survival. Look what you do. Like what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And I had to, you know, because I think like people fail to be self-aware usually because of pride.
Yeah. I think it's just not wanting to accept the situation as it is.
So I had
just
to
like,
drop my pride.
I'm beyond this, I'm bigger than this, that type of thing. But like
I had to drop my pride and be like, you know what, dude, just self-introspect, sit back, keep quiet. You know. So even though last year I was in a shitty position and I really didn't take school seriously, like I did learn quite a lot about myself.
That's important.
There's nothing I wouldn't like. There's nothing I would go back and say I wish I could change this and that. I wish I could change this and that.
Yeah.
You know, time. My mom tells me all the time. Time is your most valuable asset, bruh. And once it's gone, bruh. And like we live and we learn where you sit down, you watch Netflix the whole day. You know you're supposed to get in like 2 chapters down or whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't. And next time, like you feel shit about it.
You're like, I could have been done.
I could have.
Yeah.
You know.
I should have, could have, would have.
But I appreciate those kind of moments because, like, then I have something to be scared of. You know. Like, I feel like if I went about life doing everything right, I wasn't gonna learn anything.
Yeah, you need the failure.
You need it, bruh.
You need it.
So like, at times I am my worst enemy, but because I am so self-aware now, I'm not gonna say I've always been this way, but like, I learn a lot from certain things, bruh. This is the thing, like, it's my journey, you know.
Yeah.
Like I might be speaking and people are like, "What the hell is this guy saying?"
But it is. That's a fact.
But like,
it's your journey.
In the end, it makes sense to me. Like I remember, when I took an Uber from here to go to the airport.
Yeah.
The day I was flying to Durban. So now the Uber driver, we were speaking, and I was like, this guy was like kept trying to make small talk, and I'm annoyed. I'm like, dude, can I just connect to your Bluetooth?
Yeah.
He's like he doesn't know how to operate it. I'm like, okay. Just drive in silence. So he's trying to make small talk, and I just keep giving like benign answers. Okay, and then came a point where the conversation got really interesting, and he's like, I remember the conversation got to a point where he was like, the problem about this like generation is that everyone is chasing money, bruh. At your age, you should be chasing experience. You should be chasing knowledge, bruh.
That's not easy, fam.
It's not easy, but I feel like when you chase money, you overlook, like, it's like what you said, bruh. Like, you need to enjoy the walk in order to, appreciate the destination, bruh. So, like, if your aim in life is to just gain knowledge, gain experience, and like, don't make money the center of your universe, bruh, it will come to you, bruh. But the moment you tell yourself that, dude, I need to get rich, you start trying different things, whether it's forex. Remember you once tried to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So it's that thing, bro. You start derailing, bruh, and it's like,
and it's not in tune with you.
Exactly. Did you start wasting so much of your time, bruh?
Yeah, that's true.
So like, I feel like, dude,
I think
that was very necessary for me to hear, because I was in that position where I'm like I said, I'm getting older. I need to be more independent. Yeah. I need to get on my own 2 feet. But the only way I thought I could get that was by chasing money. Whereas, I don't know, I'll just get a job, find my way up, I'll start trading, whatever. But I overlooked the fact that, you know what, dude, I need to take my time
and be present
and like, appreciate life.
Yeah. Every day.
Like,
every moment, something.
Because like, you become so fixated on the fact of it, okay, like, you just want money. I'm a forex trader now. Say I make $1 million a month off of forex, bro. Okay, but now I've completely overlooked my emotions and how I feel. Now, what am I doing with that money? I'm just going to clubs, spending it on girls.
Because you don't know yourself.
Exactly. I've completely ignored what's important to me. I feel like it's easy to get distracted by money, because really, as a nigga in this day and age, if you have money,
this current climate,
the hands that you want
you.
You know? And it's easy to get distracted by that, bruh.
Yeah.
So like, I pray to God that the last position I find myself in is a position where I'm just this arrogant asshole with money that has no values and morals.
No substance.
Because I've seen how easy it is to lose yourself, because you've completely focused your mind on something that is really not that fruitful to you.
Yeah.
Bro. You know? It's terrifying, bro.
But the thing is, it's a tricky subject, because also we have to be able to realize why some people are fixated on money, like, because it's really case specific. Like, if your life hasn't been the best because of not having money, your only goal is, I need to make money.
This is why it goes back to that point where I said that in school, do they really need to focus on character development? Because if you understand yourself better, you won't find yourself in such positions. It's like saying you never had a present father whilst growing up. When now you have your own child, you're gonna overcompensate, and you could raise like good human beings or terrible human beings, because too much of something is never good, bruh. So you'll be like the type of dad, you give your children everything. You, like, whenever your child does something, you're that type of father to say, no, Tanami, you know.
Yeah, don't
you won't discipline your children. You just want your children to have that perfect life, because you never had a father.
Yeah.
So now you want to always be there for your children. And obviously you overcompensate in certain areas to say, because you want to be the best dad ever. Now you
want to be the dad you never had.
And now you'll raise someone that's like
an egg.
Not even an egg, but like an enemy to society, bruh, because like umfundisa umntwanako when or you give them everything they want and need, bruh. You know, what are you teaching them? And in that, even still, umntwanako, when your child is doing wrong, you'll still defend your child. I remember having a conversation saying, like, if your child were to rape someone, what would you do? Like, ungayenza?
Dude.
Would you be those type of diamonds, make the case docket disappear? Would you want your child to face the...
Nah, the law has to take it. It's like, because for me, something like that, I imagine from so many different angles. Not so, because it's really the ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Because like I've went through that type of life where at some point you had to be able to be like, okay, this is actually fucked up from me because it's making this person feel 1, 2, 3. Because you can clock it once your emotional intelligence ups a little bit. You're just like, oh shit, what I'm doing actually is actually hurting this person. What that little banter that I think is just for vibes or jokes is actually charming this person emotionally. Like no, don't that person maybe does not like it. So something like rape, you have to be able to put yourself in that girl's parents' shoes, or her shoes. Be like, dog, I was.
But it's your child also.
That no, but dog, I'm not looking at it from whose child are you. I'm looking at it from what you did. Is it something that I can morally accept also? Because some people are cool with it. Like some people will be like, it happened.
It happened, dude.
Make the case disappear. It's sharp.
But
I'm done. Child.
Which is why I say, dude, it all boils down to like character development, emotional intelligence, all those things, bro. Which really you won't be able to learn on yourself, like by yourself. You need someone to teach you these things. You need someone to help you practice these things. And where you can learn these things is at school, bro. You need to learn these things from a young age. Where like men are like told to say, like, obviously, like I say, from your fathers now or whatever, like their fathers told them not to show emotion, not to, yeah. But it's also a thing with sometimes showing too much emotion as a man is like dude, being a man is necessary, eh? Yeah, and I mean being a man.
Yeah, like in daughter.
Not having the male anatomy. Being a man
like
is
being
necessary.
In daughter. Yeah.
It is very necessary.
But
so
that's the thing is, how do we? There's a few things that are just very gray areas.
Exactly. My problem with the world now is that it's too fragile, bro.
It's very hypersensitive. But like, cause it's this question that like one, as you like being a man, like not just man anatomy, but like, cause how do we define that in this current climate, like and like today?
With all
and two, why?
I almost said something that would get me cancelled.
And like, why is it that being a guy is equivalent to having no emotions? That's the perception that most have, because it builds a system whereby when you do feel something like, fuck, why am I feeling this? I'm a guy. And because you just like, you don't know how to process. You just like,
I say, as a nigga, it's okay to cry up to a certain point.
Yeah, it's okay, but don't cry in front of your girl. Apparently, I mean that is like a study. Apparently, this other study shows that like, not that she becomes unattracted to you. It's just like, most girls, according to a study, most girls lose a little bit of respect for a man once they see them cry. So I feel like it's also,
especially
like,
if it's something that's connected to like emotion.
It has to. It depends on what it is. Yeah. Like if it's your child, that just dude, come on. Like it's case specific.
And I wouldn't say I'm a cry baby, because like I remember I went through a phase in my life where I did not want to cry, and I remember I'd go like it's unrealistic to say I'd go a year without crying, because I didn't, but I made it to a point where like whenever I felt something, I just shut it off and I'm like, Prima.
Yeah.
And then I'd have like nights where I wake up and I just
think,
and everything just comes,
Yeah, I get that.
And like it was a good feeling to release now. Because I'm crying in silence now because I don't want my parents to hear me. I don't want anyone to hear me. I don't want anyone to see me. That was painful, dog. But like I'm a very emotional guy now, where like I remember watching Black Panther, and like the first like scene of Black Panther is obviously a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. I cried, dude. Yeah.
Don't lie.
So you're telling me if a Han were to see me crying because of that, they'd be like,
yeah, that is. Like, she'd be like,
but it's the thing with you, dude. I've been a Marvel fan my entire life, and imagine now the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman, the first black superhero.
Child.
That was significant to me and my life. And they speak Xhosa. I'm Xhosa. Imagine how I felt, bro.
Yeah.
So now, this guy that I look up to, he's dead now, and I'm like, jeez, dude.
Dog.
And
I would lie. I also.
And the thing is, he died in silence. That guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
Dude.
That's deep. But like for me, like I also cried when Spider-Man died. Yo, dude, I was down. See, as they were disappearing.
Yeah.
And then like
you couldn't believe it, bro.
Mr. Stark, because Peter still had that innocence with him, like that. I'm just a child that just happens to have a superpower, like type thing. He's like Mr. Stark, what's happened? I'm just like Peter, no. Talk like literally all the, like as the hero like viewed was like the first one, like as the heroes were dying, I was just like, bro.
You couldn't believe, bro.
I was like, please don't. And also when they came back, when it was like, look to your left.
Yeah.
Marvel, dude. I was like,
what they
oh
did there, bro.
my God. I was just like,
knew exactly what they were doing, bro.
Oh yeah. Also, I remember took Zika to the opening. Was it the opening? I don't know. It was like one of the first few days of Spider-Man Homecoming. No, not the Homecoming. The one where, Far From Home. The one where there was 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
last
one. What is it?
Bro, yeah. The one where, like, when the girl was falling, and then she was saved by Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I was like,
that scene.
I was like,
I remember. So after watching that Spider-Man, I watched the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 2, where now he had lost
his girl.
His MJ.
Yeah.
My guy, dude. I was like, damn, bro.
Boy.
Funny enough, I remember I decided to watch like just the whole Spider-Man,
trilogy.
Yeah. So I started from the first Spider-Man, and it was so funny there, because like Spider-Man is a teenager.
Yeah.
So the things he goes through, like whether it's like family or like with his girlfriend now, and at the time I watched it, that was the exact position I'm in. You can go watch it and you'll understand. Damn, this guy.
Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy, bruh. It's crazy. So like, that's what you're telling me, like, Kuti. So now, if a hand sees it, like, because I wanted to take out, to go watch Black Panther. Bro. So now she had seen me cry in that moment.
Yeah.
Was it gonna be thinking? And things I know I'm a guy's guy, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm a guy's guy, like. Some would say I'm a daughter.
But nah, like I feel like that's what I'm saying. Like it's very case specific, because if it's just a girl, that's why like, dude, like I've got. That's why I'm very like I'm so attentive to someone's personality, because I just know that like what I want to attract as a wife, like in a wife, bro, like that's so important to me, because I need someone that will be able to be like, damn, he does really love this. Like, don't be like is she a kind of nah, to be like, yo, he really likes this. Like that's why I'm saying that whole understanding thing.
Yeah.
Because if it's someone that doesn't really mess with you like that, they'll just be like, they'll be like, no, he really loves this thing. Like, no, he really 1, 2, 3. Like
someone that will love you.
Dog, like I just need someone that will love me like, yo, dog. Like that unconditional type thing. And obviously love is not enough. Obviously you have to bring things to the table. You have to do 1, 2, 3. You have to provide 1, 2, 3. Do your role, but
I always say that, dude, like you see, the day I find someone that is obsessed with me, because I know, like, if me being with that person, they're obsessed with me, I know I'll sure as hell gonna be obsessed with them.
Yeah.
So I think, like, I want to like compete
An obsession.
in terms of utando, bro.
Yeah.
Like, show you how much I love you. It doesn't even have to be like material things, but like just do these little things for you,
that
bruh.
you wouldn't expect. You
And
just
then
like,
you're like, oh nigga, let me show you what I can do.
what I can. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
And it's just,
let's compete with love.
You know, it's just this
thing.
ongoing thing, bruh. That's my dream, bruh. Like, I love love. I believe in love.
Dog, love is just beautiful. Like, I just love. That's what I love about relationships. Like, a platform to express your love. It's just, and also I just want a space where I can be a baby. Cause dog, in this adult world,
a nigga like me is a baby.
dog, like that's what I'm saying. Like, in this adult world, like, dog, we are adults, so we understand that, but like, we can't forget that there's a child in us, bro. Like, there's a child that's just like,
always be
like,
here, bro.
Like, dog, like, just hug me, just hold me, just play me this music, just understand me, just because if you think about it, a child's only form of communication, like a baby, is literally their emotions at that moment in time. It's not words. It's not, hey, I'm hungry. It's crying, I'm hungry. This or whatever. So just like, if I could find someone that will be able to just look at me and be like, okay, I need to do 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
I don't expect someone to understand me from the get go.
Yeah.
Because dude, the girls will tell you the craziest things. Girls will tell you that, like, I want someone that's gonna understand me. I don't want someone where I have to tell how to love me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
what do you mean?
How else do you think I'm like
going to learn?
Like, there's certain things that I do know. There's certain things that, like, we learn every day. 10 years from now, we're still in a relationship, we're married or whatever, we have kids. I'm still gonna learn about you. Oh,
how?
This is you, dog.
Yeah.
As people, we change, we grow, and it's a thing with you, like, dude. Like, when you're in love, the biggest mistake you can make is like overlooking yourself. And what I mean by that is, like, you cannot love someone if when I was tired.
Yeah.
You know, you cannot, bruh. You cannot, because you won't be secure within yourself, bruh. So you'll always do, like, you'll go above and beyond to please your partner at your own expense.
Yeah.
At your own expense, and now you'll be scared to communicate certain things that you don't agree with, and in the long run, that's only just gonna break you, bruh. And every time you do that, you leave a piece of yourself, and you'll find yourself feeling so empty in the end, and you'll be like, yo, yeah, like, this is not me, bruh. And like, that's one thing I've learned, and like, because it's like I said, I give everything from the get-go. So because I give everything from the get-go, it would be expected that the whole relationship will be like that. But comes a time where now I feel empty, and now I can no longer be that consistent guy, because I've completely detached from myself. So why I say loving yourself is very important, bro, which is what I've realized within my relationships, where from the get-go, I give 110%. I give everything, bro. And for the first year or so, I am consistent, and you're like, wow, this nigga is perfect. Like, I hit the jackpot. And then comes a point where now I realize, oh shit, yo,
I've been doing
I let go of myself, bruh, you know, because it's a thing with you, like, if you love yourself and you content within yourself, like, you won't let certain things slide.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because it's like a thing, like, did you become so scared of losing the other person,
and you forget that you still
but you allow yourself to lose yourself. Like, I remember having this conversation with, like, my English teacher in grade 10. He was like to me, dude, whenever you get into a relationship, you must be prepared to lose that person.
Oof, that's not easy.
And I remember,
that's tough.
Me and him spoke, bruh, and I was like confiding in him, telling him, good, dude, my relationship is in this kind of position. He's like, are you prepared to lose her? And I was like to him, nah. He's like, until then, me and you cannot have this conversation. I'm like, you, oh,
But that raises a really good question. It's like, do you understand yourself type thing? Like,
dude.
can you be by yourself? It's like, because
That was my biggest fear, being by myself, bro. So now you fight for something that, like, you fight for something, but like, at what cost, bruh?
hey, at what cost? But the thing is, but what I find fascinating about this is just that it's part of life. Like, either way, it's part of life.
Not everyone is as fortunate as I have been, whereas I've had those conversations and I have this
mindset that you do.
This mindset, this knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, life isn't easy, dude. Life isn't easy.
But at the end of it, I think we're blessed enough to have the ability to make it worth it. Like at the end.
Definitely. I don't know if you watch Sandman, but in Sandman, there's this one guy who is like jokingly saying in a bar, he was drunk, saying that he wants to live forever and not die. And like, so within that scene, Sandman, this guy, he's like a deity type of thing. He was in the bar, obviously. He heard this conversation and he gifted this guy with immortality. And then Wamjela Wati, every I think millennial or something, you and I will meet in the same place and you'll tell me what living forever feels like. So in each of those, in that guy's lifetime,
damn, really?
Yeah, there was one where he became rich. There was one where he became poor. So in the second one, like in the first one, he was rich. He had a family, you know. In the second one, he became poor. He lost all his money. He lost his children. Because obviously, he can't die, but everyone else around him dies.
Keeps dying, yeah.
So they asked him, do you still want to be immortal? He's like, yeah, why not? Like, it means I can get a chance to do this again and do it right this time, you know. So it was a very interesting concept to me, bro, because it's like, yo, dude, like does it not scare you with what comes after death, bro?
No. I don't fear death. I don't fear what comes after.
Yeah, not death itself, but like what comes after.
Nah, not even.
You don't.
Cause for me, I've resolved to two options. I know myself I'm a good person. So if there's that whole Heaven's Gate waiting list thing, personally, I back myself. I feel like I'm good for it. Two, if it's nothingness, fine, done. But
that's why I'm scared of nothingness.
But if it's nothingness, that means you're done.
But the thought of that, dude.
I don't.
Like, I know you won't be able to think when you're nothing.
Exactly. Like the thing is, you don't feel anything.
The thought of not existing.
Because
the thought of not feeling when you know how it feels to feel.
But hear me out. Because listen, like, one, you become an ancestor type thing, right? So you look over your children and all that. That's the one thing. That's why, for me, I think it's quite clear that there's no such thing as nothingness after death.
Yeah.
Because we black people, we've seen such things as egos.
So I remember, like, sorry to interrupt you, but like having this conversation with like a Catholic person where if you're not married under God, you don't meet your partner in heaven.
What? Okay, that's weird.
It got me thinking. It's okay. So African people, where they knew nothing about Catholic, like.
Nah, dog. That's whole propaganda, dog.
But now you see, bruh. It's like
real. Dog, the thing is, I feel like we can't keep allowing Christianity or Catholic or specific religions to privatize God and what God's kingdom looks like. We can't keep on allowing people that literally have the same experience as you and me with life, have the same amount of capabilities to tell you what God is and what God doesn't want, or like what Christianity is. No, like we can't keep allowing it, because dog, imagine me being like, okay, dog, if you don't see me after you die, you in hell.
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? Like bro, I don't own what God can bless you with. Like that's not my, like I don't decide what God does for you type thing. That's why I'm like, that's why even that, with what we're talking about, like giving your energy to people that you don't like or care for anymore, whatever, like, or to hate it, your worst enemy will still be blessed. That's the thing. Like that's literally what I like. I don't even have enemies, but I'm just saying, like, the person that you just at some point were like, yo, matanga, whatever,
Yeah.
bad thing, that for that moment of whatever feelings, they will be blessed either way. So for me, it's just like, let's just keep looking forward. Let's just be thankful to God that we still get the opportunity to be alive, because that's my chat for me. I'm just like, God, dog, waking up to me means I've still got something to do. I've still got this purpose that I have to serve, because I don't want to overstay my visits personally. I'm just like, God, if I'm done, I'm done, dog. Like, could I please just, because I feel like what I yearn for, also why I wouldn't choose immortality, is just I yearn for peace, like true peace, like.
But now, do you think, as we say now, God takes you today, would you be content with that, knowing that there's not much that you've done with all your dreams and because like you said, you want to serve, you want to make the world a better place.
But
so Shruti, what you're saying is that you can accept that it wasn't for you.
Should I be taken now? I feel like it would have to be his choice.
Yeah.
And because God knows all. Like, he knows exactly why he does what he does.
Yeah.
Because if we're being real, God has the ability to undo and do and what.
Yeah.
Because if he wanted to raise whoever from the dead easily, how?
Or you just come back reincarnated as someone different.
Exactly. It's like, if he wanted to, he would, but he has given us the choice to be like, okay, as Mang Mang, I want to do 1, 2, 3 for myself, and then he'll take you when the time comes and be like, okay, Mtanam.
Because I feel like
you child.
I feel like I'm the same as you. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do in Mhlabeni, and obviously I know it's gonna take time, and I fear that, like, I won't get the opportunity to do all those things. But like, I'm learning to understand that as long as I start, there will be people after me that will carry on what I have started.
I feel like you also have to communicate that message behind, like, just leave that. And like, I feel like that's the importance of a journal also, like just having a list of things that you really want to achieve and having people that share that vision, like, because if people understand that, okay, his goal, he would have loved to see 1, 2, 3 happen. Let's continue with that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do, So.
But I'm gonna say I'm a selfish person, but it's like there are things that I want to experience myself for myself.
That's okay. It's your life.
Exactly.
It is your life.
I feel like this is like we all have to look at life in a manner of which, like, I'm doing it for me, and I mean, if I say I'm doing it for me, like, I'm donating to charity because it makes me feel good about myself, and the benefit of that is that other people will benefit from that. But it's like, it's the same as like nothing really is as simple as it seems. But like, it's like people will talk about you on Twitter or whatever, but really that person is just projecting about themselves. They can say all this nonsense they want to say about you. The only reason people have the gall to talk about is because it makes them forget about their own shit.
Yeah. That's why I'm dog, like, literally I've just like been learning and trying to choose peace. Like I really can't like put it into words how much I feel deeply about this thing. Like bro, peace. Like,
You're at
cause
peace,
like
then.
peace is like, bro, like just the ability to be in a state where it's very calm and very not nothingness, but like just
Stillness.
stillness and like and there's joy in that. Like I find so like just joy in being able to be by yourself, being able to be in tune with
You
yourself.
can calm an angry sea, bro.
Exactly, because like just the ability to choose peace, bro. It's just
Who's Tando?
Tando is my mom. Actually, if anybody asked, Tando is my mom. If anybody asked, I'm gonna be like, yo, end of episode 9. Tando is my mom. One of my moms, because she's a twin. Tanda is also my mom. Yes.
So which one is your biological mom?
Tanda is my biological mom.
Oh. Then Tanda is your mom's sister.
Mom's twin, yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. Okay.
So you're also most likely to have twins.
I'd like to. I want 5 kids, so I'd be down. So to close this, I've actually been so scared. Like, is it recording actually?
That's what I'm thinking of, dude.
Oh yeah, it's been recording.
So it's no electricity.
Yeah, like 1 hour 30.
The phone switched
Yeah,
off
this is
or
also
something.
going to be a 2-part episode. But to end it, I just want to ask you a question. This is with regards to a goal. So first, a quote that I really love that's been keeping me going. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? So with that question attached, what is your biggest goal?
My biggest goal, man. My biggest goal, I would say, damn, it's not a tough one, but I just don't know how to put it into words. Yeah. But like, my biggest goal is, I don't know, man. I just have this idea of like saving the world. Yeah, but not in a like superhero vibe.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, yeah.
Just
like,
being a good addition to humanity.
yeah, like I wanna go into environmental studies.
Yeah.
So I'm big on nature, big on animals. So yeah, I think I just want to preserve the world for as long as I can for future generations.
And humanity,
yeah, man. That's my goal in life. Like, you see the day where like I will go down as that guy that did such and such, and because of such and such we are able to do this. We're
still alive.
We're still able to appreciate certain things, you know. Yeah, I feel like that's my biggest goal in life, to just make a difference, man.
Yeah, leave your mark.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I hear you. But hey,
but make a difference to Mother Nature.
you and mummies. Hey, it's been lovely.
I hope that made sense.
Yeah, I got you. It's been your boy Don, Adana Star, featuring your very own Luvo. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoy this 2-part special. And yeah.